you look at equation 2 and you look at equation 3, you'll notice a negative x here and a positive x here. And good problem solving skills lead you to say, if I take, now this is our notation, equation 2 plus equation 3. That's all I'm doing. I'm adding equation 2 to equation 3. And let's see what happens. So it's negative x plus 5y plus 12z equals 73. And a positive x plus 3y minus 2z equals 1. And you know what we're going to come up with? This will be called equation 4. That's what we're going to come up with. All right, so you'll notice that the x's cancel out. This gives me 8y plus 10z equals 74. Everybody agree? Any problems with this?
So we're basically taking what?
We're trying to remove a variable. But here's a big rule. Ready? As we go through this, you got to listen up. We got rid of x up here. We now need to use two different equations. You can use 1 and 2, 1 and 3. You can use 2 and 1. We cannot use 2 and 3 again to get rid of x because we already used it. So let's remove x again because we have to jump down to get to only two variables. So you have to find another equation where we get rid of the x's so that we only have y's and z's. Okay? Because we're going to come up with equation 5. When we come up with equation 5, it should only have a y in it. It should only have a z in it. And then that's information we've dealt with before. So I'm going to lead you to the path of, just because I want equation 1 plus 3 times equation 2. Listen up, friend. I'm getting rid of the x's. And if I take a 3 times this, it's going to be a negative 3x. Correct? But you didn't. No, you're not a good listener, friend. Listen up. So that means when I have this 3 out front, it means I'm taking equation 2 and I'm multiplying by 3. Right? So equation 1 is 3x minus 2y plus 4z equals 20. Oh, this is, thanks so much. So I have a negative 3x plus 15y plus 36z equals 219. Are you absolutely sure? Yeah. That will completely mess with my mojo. Okay, just want to double check. All right. So the x's cancel out. I have 13y plus 40z equals 200 and just stop right and give me a second. 39. Wow, still not what I wanted. There we go, 239. Now, which equation is this? This is equation 5. At this point, once you get equation 4 and equation 5, if they don't have the same two variables, we did something wrong. Now we have to look at equation 4 and equation 5, and we have to cancel out either y or z. And this is where we have to think and have some good problem solving skills. Which one would you like to cancel out? I would, because I see that in equation 4 we have a 10z, and equation 5 I have a 40z. But we can't just multiply equation 4 times 4. We have to multiply it by a negative 4 in order for them to cancel out. So, give me a second to make this smaller. Move it to the side so we still have it. All right, so we're going to have negative 4 times equation 4 plus equation 5. Now, the hardest thing to do, or maybe the easiest thing to do, is to make sure that you guys take the time to do this right. So, here we go. Don't lose your sign. So we have negative 32y, because remember we're multiplying this by a negative 4, minus 40z equals, now we got 296. Sorry, my friends, they're multiplying these. Then we simply write equation. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Then we say 13y plus 40z equals 239. That's what we come up with. Right? So, just for funsies, we have 32 negative plus 13 equals. This is a negative 19y. We purposefully remove the z's. We have 296 negative plus 219. And we have,
No, 239.
sorry guys, it's clear. So 296 negative plus 239. Oh, beautiful. That would have messed with me. I would have got some ugly fraction. Then we simply divide each side by negative 19. And it is a positive 3. And you say, yay! We just have y. We do just have y. We
don't
don't
need
need
X and
just
Y.
have y. So then you get to pick. Now you go back.
Oh my gosh.
And you can go back to either equation 4
This is like playing Monopoly.
or equation 5. Go back to equation 4 or 5. We're going to plug in for y and solve for z. So at this point, we have to work backwards. So I'm just going to pick equation 4. So it's going to be 8 times 3 plus 10z equals 74. This is why I gave you the entire page. Now you probably think, wow, she wasted all this paper, but no. Why did I put an 8 in there? Because that's equation 4, Fred.
Yeah, but isn't Y 3?
Y is 3, but the 8's out front. 8y.
I know, but it looks like you put an 8 in front of
I
it.
did. It's just the pen is a mess. Sorry. 24 plus 10z equals 74 minus 24. So 10z equals what? 50. Divide by 10. Z is 5. It's really, it takes some time. It's not so bad. You have to be a good thinker. No, everybody can do different problems and it should all work out the same if you're at the sum. Then we have to go back to equation 1, 2, or 3. We then plug in 3. We then plug in 5. See what we get. Wait.
I know we have
Well, we're going to do more than one problem.
No one asked. Can you put a line through your teeth so that no one
Last thing, go back to one of the original problems. So I'm just going to pick the first one. Go back to one of these. So we don't have x, so 3x minus 2. What was y? 3. What was z? 20. I just did the first one just because it was first. No other reason. You can do the other ones, it wouldn't matter.
You should just go with the first one.
3x minus 6 plus 20 equals 20. 3x plus 14 equals 20. Minus 14. So 3x equals 6. Divide by 3. X equals 2. So that means our thing is 2, 3, 5. So that's like an order there. It's called an order triplet, friend. I tried. But yes, very similar to what